This video will show you how to sew the bars on the bodice and will instruct you where to sew the inside hook and eye. The first thing we'll show you is the thread line on the outside of the bodice. Each bodice is marked with thread. It doesn't matter what color the thread is. And look at the bottom bar. This placement of the bar is incorrect because the bar is placed to the right of the thread line. But if you look at the second bar, the middle one, this bar is also incorrect because the bar is on top of the thread line. If you look at the top bar, this is what we're asking you to do. We're asking you to put the bar just to the left of the thread line. Now we're going to show you what the bar looks like. From the top view, the bar has two holes that you're going to sew in and out of. And from the side view, you'll see that the bar has a small hump. It's very important when you're sewing that the hump be up. Now we're going to show you where to sew the bars onto the bodice. It's important that the top of the bodice lines up so that when the hook hooks into the bar, the front layer and the back layer of the bodice are lined up. When you're trying to figure out where to put the bar, it's important to use a pin to mark where the hook is going to go into the bar. You may use a pin, but you may not use a pencil, you may not use a pen, you may not use a chalk or anything else. Once you've figured out where you want to put the bar, go ahead and lay the bar where you want it to go and sew in and out of each hole 3 or 4 times, tying a knot after the end of each hole. I'd like to remind you to please use double thread, use very bright white thread, and always work on a clean surface with a towel or a sheet underneath the bodice. It's also important to have clean hands, and whenever you're sewing on anything, go in and out of the holes 3 or 4 times. The thread line might look strange to you because it's sort of curved, but it's that way because it helps us fit the bodice perfectly to the dancer's body. So try and follow that thread line as much as you can. It's important not to sew into the channel at the top of the bodice. If you look inside the bodice, there is an adjustment string that allows us to pull the bodice tighter if necessary. Do not sew into that string and do not sew into that channel. Now we're going to show you where to place the inside hook and eye. There's one last hook and eye that needs to be done, and it's here on the inside. You will note that the placement is not at the very top. In fact, it is just below the first line of stitching. We're doing that because when you sew the bar, it's important that the bar not be in the channel with where the string is. So you can see that the placement of this bar is below the adjustment channel. In summary, you will have one hook and eye set on the inside, and then you will have 9 hooks and eyes coming down the back of the bodice 1 inch apart, all going down. If you have any questions, please contact Miho, Susan, or Giamara. We'd be happy to arrange to meet you at the studio to clarify anything. Thank you.